Hey guys, it's Aaron Hoffer, owner of Tellus.sports. I'm here with certified ball knower Sergio DiFrancesca.
Yeah, we're doing a little pre-MLB trade deadline prediction. We did the preseason prediction for the teams. I haven't looked at them back yet. We'll definitely revisit that, but I don't think it's going great. But
Not
that's
the
what
best.
predictions. No, that's the beautiful thing about predictions. You know what I mean? Is that you make them and they're wrong. So anyway, I'm a little more confident in these. I gotta say. So we'll give you the players, we'll give you the teams, and we'll give you where we think they're gonna go. So is there anything else you want to add before we want to start?
No, I think we should just jump right into it. I think the fans and viewers just want to hear what our takes are. So, let's go into it and yeah, let's see what we got.
Let's do it. So, I mean, I want to start off just to kind of list the teams that I think we believe are going to be buying at the deadline. So, starting off in the AL, Jays, Yankees, Red Sox, and I'm going to throw in the Rays. I think the Rays are just going to do what they usually do, like grab a couple guys. Maybe they still have long term. Maybe trade some guys like Brandon Lau, like guys that could possibly go into free agency next year without an extension. So just the usual race stuff, but still, I do think those four teams will be buying. And then keep it in the AL, Tigers, Astros, and Mariners are the last three teams that I think will be ultra aggressive in buying as they need to make a run. Moving on to the NL, Mets, Phillies, Brewers, and Cubs for kind of the big four of teams there. And then the last four, Reds, Dodgers, Padres, and Giants, again, to an extent. Like, I think it's going to be the same thing as the Rays are going to do. But I mean, when you acquire a guy like Devers, like you kind of have to go all in. So I'm not sure with that team. They're always like weird to me. 500 ball, not really buying, kind of selling. But anyway, so I guess just to start off, I mean, before we recorded today, Josh Naylor gets moved to the Mariners. Um, I think I said this in my preseason prediction. The Mariners need a first baseman. They were playing Rowdy Tellez and like Donovan Solano. Like, how do you expect to win with ass at first base? I mean, again, Julio kind of has no protection. I mean, Raleigh's having an insane season, but still, I mean, I think this is an absolute perfect fit for both sides. Um, I was hoping he'd go to the Jays, Canadian boy, bring him home, put him behind Vlad. I thought it would be sick, but at the end of the day, this was the best fit for him. So, I mean, that kind of changed my opinion on some of the guys we'll be talking about in a little bit. So I'm happy it got out of the way. But I think let's start with the name. So we'll go from guys that we believe will get traded and guys that aren't likely to get traded, could get traded, but I think it's still worth talking about. So to start off, I think the name that will be traded, I think that's pretty clear now. Eugenio Suarez, the most coveted player on the trade market right now. Uh, so the teams that have been in the mix reportedly and also have a need for him: Yankees, Reds, Mariners, Tigers, Cubs. Um, Most recently, it came out that the Reds had talks with them, but apparently it's like a long shot. Price is massive. I think even it was reported that the Yankees checked in as well. They make that very clear. The Yankees are going to buy, and for that exact reason, I think he's going to be a Yankee. I hate to say it, hate the Yankees. I hate them with everything I have. But when they want a guy, they get a guy. And he really doesn't fit the ballpark. Like, you want lefties to hit on the short porch. I don't know if he has strikeout problems this year as much as he did with the Mariners and his prior teams. But when the Yankees are selling somebody, they just get him. He ends up stinking anyway, so it won't matter. But
Certified hater.
yeah, I hate them, but I think he's gonna go to the Yankees. Jays, please get him. Uh, Aaron, what are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, Yankees obviously go for the big guy, the big fish, as they say. Uh,
Mhm.
but there's a lot of reports saying even after the Josh Naylor trade, the
Yeah.
Mariners are still trying to bring him back.
Mhm.
Um, but this whole narrative behind the Mariners and buying, like I get it. They're fighting for a wild card spot.
Yeah.
The Rangers are right behind them. I think they're
Okay.
what, a game and a half back, 2 games.
Yeah,
Um, so I don't want to count out the Rangers in a team that's buying or selling. Um, because anytime this Rangers team is too good to just like throw away, right? They have Corey Seager, Marcus
I
Semien,
agree. I
DeGrom,
agree.
all these guys. And with those guys, like you don't want to sell.
No,
So I don't think they're going to be buying, but I don't think they're going to be selling. I think they're kind of in the middle of no man's land. They might be like a Giants and Rays type of team,
I
uh,
agree. Yeah,
because they could easily leapfrog the Mariners.
for
Um,
sure.
I just wanted to state that. But with Eugenio Suarez, I think he's either a Yankee or a Mariner.
Yankee or a Mariner. Okay. I agree. Honestly, I even think the Reds, like, it's just funny how, like, he played for the Reds and the Tigers, and he was a Mariner last season and was so bad they had to trade him, and now they want him back. I don't know. It's so weird, but no, I agree. And the Mariners, like you said, they already said that they're gonna keep going for him. Again, I just think it's weird. Like, you get Naylor and you can't package him up with Suarez. What are they asking for, right?
Yeah,
And I think whatever they're asking for, the Yankees kind of have. And again, the Yankees don't care. They get whatever guy they want. Um, So whatever, reminds me of Joey Gallo, by the way. Let's move on. So the next guy I have as somebody who will be traded. I like putting this guy here because I think it's one of those under the radar trade candidates, and it's Ramon Laureano. Right now, I don't know if you checked his stats. Career season in Baltimore, like he has an option next year as well, which actually looks really good for a player like him. If he gets traded, I don't think he'll be starting for a team, but if you need a fourth outfielder, like I think he has a 760 OPS, like he has like 14, 15 homers, like great defense, elite arm. I mean, he's perfect.
damn.
So, um, again, that's why he's under the radar that nobody really is talking about it. But um, three teams, obviously, the Jays, the Phillies, and the Padres, who are kind of two teams, the Phillies and the Padres, who need an outfielder. Like the Padres
He's
are
a Philly.
playing.
He's not a
You think
J.
he's a?
He's a Philly. He's a Philly.
I'm not going to put him as a Philly because I have somebody going there later. Spoiler alert. But I just think that he fits our Toronto Blue Jays so well. And again, like he's one of those guys that Atkins kind of likes. He gets the guy that's, you're not thinking about. Goes and gets a guy who can help the team uh, in multiple different areas. He's a righty bat, so I mean, in case you don't end up trading a guy like Loper Fido, if he's still on the team, and um, I don't know, Varsho will play every day, but I think without Santander in the lineup, like you need somebody to at least fill in one of the corner positions, and he can play both, right defensively and with the arm, like I said before. I just think he fits the team too well. I mean, he's kind of the perfect candidate for there. But again, Phillies and Padres, you can't go wrong. They need a guy like that. So again, it could be one of those three teams. I got the Jays. You have the Phillies. I think we're pretty square. Uh, so moving on. I packaged these two up because I believe if you get one, you're getting the other.
It's a big
If you're gonna
return.
pay,
Massive return.
um, how about Mitch Keller and David Bednar going in a package? Um, Guess what? If you need a starter, you need a bullpen arm, and these are two guys that started off the season terrible. Bednar was optioned at the beginning of the season, and Mitch Keller was terrible. He's terrible at the beginning of the season, but now they turned it around, and they're like premium guys on the market if you need pitching. So I kind of just listed two teams because I already have my winner. Jays and Cubs, two teams that desperately need a starter or two, or a bullpen arm or two. But again, bring them home to Toronto. Bring them home to Toronto.
Mm,
Mitch Keller and David Bednar, welcome to Canada. You're both Blue Jays. I love it. I think it's perfect. Mitch Keller in the past has been a strikeout guy. This Jays rotation needs strikeouts. I think that'll come around. Put him in my five spot behind Scherzer. And again, Bednar, like, what's wrong with that in the eighth inning? Give me Yariel, Rodriguez, David Bednar, and Jeff Hoffman. Oh my God. I think it's perfect. Aaron, what do you think?
Cubs.
You think Cubs? Okay.
I think no. The only reason why I think that I don't think the Jays have uh the return. You know, I don't think they have the prospects to get both guys. Um, I think if they got one or the other, they
Yeah.
could. It's either Mitch Keller or David Bednar. I don't think they have the prospect pool to get both. The Cubs, on the other hand, I think they have what it takes. I believe. Could be wrong. Um, but another team that I think might go after them might be a hot take, but the Tigers.
Yeah.
Uh, Tigers. Who else? Yankees. Mitch Keller.
Yeah.
Um, you saw last night. Max Fried had a blister. Uh,
Hmm.
and blisters for pitchers aren't like there. It's not the best, especially if it's
No.
reoccurring because he missed time a couple weeks ago due to the blister. So
Hmm.
they might have to target another starter, uh, just in case their best player besides Judge, um, they might have to
Yeah.
target him. So and the Yankees, they'll go all out. And if he does go to the Yankees, they're getting both. That's my
Yeah.
take. So it's either Tigers, Cubs, or Yankees. I don't
Okay.
think Blue Jays have what it takes to get both.
Well, like I said, like I was talking about Loper Fido, like I think like that guy's got to go in a trade like that. And like you said, it's very thin. So the guys that you're thinking of, like Will Wagner, Loper Fido, like they got to go in that trade.
Yeah.
Because in the prospect department, like there's like I don't know, maybe four guys that maybe you don't want to trade, maybe you do, depending on who you're getting back and control
Like
and stuff, right?
I would if I was the Jays, I don't think you part with Arjun Namali, or Namala. Uh,
Yeah,
I think from what we've seen, he's what, 17, 18, and he's putting up insane numbers
yeah. No,
in
he's unbelievable. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Trey Yesavage. His fastball is insane. You saw him at the prospects game. He pitched really well. He's been putting up numbers in the minors. And again, prospects can either deflate so much or just
Yeah.
play insane. And that's the game of baseball. So you don't really know what you're getting in prospects. But if if you're selling the farm, you got to get someone or two guys that are just insane, especially if you're giving up Namali and Savage.
Yeah, I mean, if you're specifically talking about the Jays and those guys, it's got to be a guy with term. And I think like I'll talk about him a little bit later, but Joe Ryan, I mean, if the Jays get a guy
Yeah,
like that, guess what?
exactly.
One or two or both are going, right?
Mhm.
So again, different scenario. Mitch Keller, I think he's a free agent. I think Bednar is as well. And again, they're guys who are coming off bad starts to the season and just turning it around. Um, Again, if they're both Yankees, you're going to stink anyway, so it doesn't matter. Um, so yeah, we can move on. Again, that was a package. Followed up with another package. And now this is one that I had in the not likely to get traded until Naylor got moved, and then it came out that uh, the Diamondbacks are trying to trade like five or six players now. Like, how about Merrill Kelly and Zach Gallen? One of them, Merrill Kelly having a bad, or sorry, Zach Gallen having a bad start to the season, and Merrill Kelly being like lights out, right? So again, any team that needs starters needs them. Jays, Red Sox, Phillies, Tigers, and Cubs. Now, I kind of put these two together because they're from the same team. But one thing I will say, the Cubs need two guys. Right now, they have Colin Ray as their fourth starter. They don't have a fifth. They're using Drew Pomeranz as their opener when they
Oof,
need. They don't have a fifth starter.
Jay's
And this is a
legend.
team that
Jay's legend.
has a top five record,
Jay's
right?
legend.
So um, I like the Cubs getting one or both. And I also wouldn't be surprised if the Red Sox get Merrill Kelly specifically, a guy that keeps the ball on the ground. Red Sox are terrible defensively, but still, in a park like Fenway, you need a guy who's not going to give up fly balls and a guy who's having a good season as well. And again, Zach Gallen's a little more of a project, I guess. This is a guy who was an ace the years before and has been awful, bottom five pitcher in the league this year. Um, who needs a little bit of time to figure it out. So um, that's what I think the Cubs and Red Sox for one of each or both, whichever way it goes. Um, yeah, those are two of the most coveted starters on the market. Um, I don't know what you think. Maybe the Jays.
I was thinking a couple weeks ago, I was thinking Zach Allen to the Jays. Um,
Mm,
but
love that.
I'm not sure because they're winning so much. Uh, I don't know how
Yeah.
Zach Allen fits into the rotation. I'm not saying he's a bad pitcher. He's proven. He's a proven pitcher. He's having a down
Mhm.
year. But I don't know. There's something with Zach Allen and the Jays that doesn't fit right with me. Um, I don't know what it is. I don't know if the Jays bats could keep up with this, given Zach Allen's track record this year, giving up a lot of runs. So I'm not sure. But again, um, I liked it a few weeks ago. Probably a couple weeks before the All-Star break. Now, like a bit iffy, but I'd still love it. I'd still love it as a Jays fan, but I feel like since his track record, you're still gonna be giving up a lot. Although the down year, and he's a free agent this year?
I can both guys, Gallen and Merrill
So
Kelly, are free agents.
so maybe the return will be a bit less. Um, it sucks for the Diamondbacks that he's having a bad year.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
but maybe you could see like maybe someone like Lo Profito, Will Wagner, one or the other, and like the Jays' fourth, fifth, or sixth best prospect, something like that for a trade like Zach Allen. But I have the Phillies again. I don't know.
Phillies. Okay.
I'm really high on the Phillies this deadline. I think they get a lot. And a report just came out, separate topic, but a report came out that the Diamondbacks are selling a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah,
They're selling. They're trading at least 4 or 5 more players. Um,
yeah.
so Phillies probably could go after both Tigers, Cubs. I don't want to count out the Red Sox, but I don't think the Red Sox are getting him. I'd love for the Jays to get either one of them, but not really high on it.
Yeah, we talked about this before, but like again with the Jays, like they're not really in a position that they can get guys who are struggling. They need guys who can win right now because the Jays have holes to fill that can't be, filled with guys who may create other holes like in their own position. Um, that's why I don't like the fit. I liked it, and he's still struggling. Um, yeah, sure, give me the Phillies. Screw it, but I like the Red Sox. Um,
Fair enough.
so moving on, I mean, this is a quick one. Ryan O'Hearn from the Orioles, he has to get traded. Like he has no business being there. He was the starting DH in the All-Star game, mashes as a lefty, can play first, has some experience in the corner outfield spots. So you don't want to put him there. Um, I'll make it quick. He's a Brewer, and that's the
Yeah, he's
only spot for him.
certified brewer.
He almost feels like a Brewer. I mean, they're playing Andrew Vaughn in that position, and their DH is um, Anthony Sigler. If you've heard of him, then you must know ball because I don't. Um, he is like a massive need there. Just go get him. Again, putting behind Churio with Yelich in front of Churio, William Contreras, Bryce Terang as your five. Like, I mean, that makes that team so much better, and they're already so good. I feel like they've been missing a bat like that for a long time. So let's have a horn going to Milwaukee. I'm not sure if you have a different team. I mean, it's just he's not really a fit for many.
Maybe the Yankees. But I don't see a divisional trade at this.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the only hey, if Ryan O'Hearn was a free agent right now, he's a Yankee. Uh but right now I think he goes to the NL. I don't think the Orioles trade him to an AL East, let alone an AL team. Um so yeah, he's definitely an NL, and the Brewers are just the best fit.
yeah. Brewers need to get a guy, by the way, and I mean he works, but let's get another guy as well. Let's make a run in Milwaukee as long as we don't beat the Jays. Uh, moving on. Speaking of players who are having bad seasons, Sandy Alcantara. I mean, what is going on? I get it coming off Tommy John, but geez, like, come on, it's impossible to be this bad for the rest of the season, right? Um, but anyway, again, the same teams you've already heard them. Jays, Phillies, Cubs, Dodgers, and I'll throw the Tigers in there as well. Just like he would look good in a Detroit uniform. I think in the past the Cubs have shown interest in him, as they do for pretty much any starter who can throw a fastball. Um, but I feel like he's a perfect fit on the Dodgers, right? Like they get a guy who they can fix and turn back into that Cy Young form, maybe for cheaper than he would have been in the past.
It's a classic. It's a
Um,
classic.
I know we have like 100 starters that are all pretty much like Sandy, just like you know what I mean, coming off injury.
It's like, or
Um,
you toss him in the bullpen for the playoffs, and he just pitches out of his
sure,
mind. It's
sure, like
it's a classic. It's a classic Dodgers move.
yeah,
Um, I wanted the Jays to get him,
I know,
like Zach Allen, but like we said before, you can't have a project at this time
no,
for Jay. So yeah, I'd agree. I think a dark horse, low key, could be the Rays. Again,
mm,
again,
like that.
again, it's a buy low. You're buying low on this guy. He's having one of the seasons of all time. Um, and you can see the Rays, they're what, a game and a half, game out of a wild card spot.
Yeah.
Uh, you use him as a project, see what happens. You buy low on him. If he plays well, he plays well. If he, oh, sorry, if he plays bad, he plays bad, whatever. You bought low on him. But if he plays well, like that's, I think you have to gamble on that. And if I'm the Rays, I would take that. Same with the Giants. You take a gamble
Mm.
and hope it works out.
My only gripe is that he's a free agent at the end of the year, and if the Rays were to trade for him, like they know they're not going to re-sign him. Like you know what I mean? They just don't pay guys, and
That is
especially
true.
starters. Like starters are paid at a premium, no matter
But it's
what the
new
season
ownership.
they're coming
It's
off of.
gonna be new ownership.
Maybe you're right, and I would love to see him in Tampa. I think it's such a cool fit, like going from like the Miami to Tampa, staying kind of like the Florida area. I love it. Just go get him, Tampa. God, hate that team, man. Um, Moving on, another guy from the Miami Marlins. How about Edward Cabrera having a sneaky good season? His stuff, we always knew he was there, and I think he's kind of starting to show signs of it finally. The guy who's always throwing hard in the past had terrible control, slowly putting it all together. So again, Blue Jays, Dodgers, Cubs, and again another guy that the Cubs have been linked to in the past. And I got them getting him. I think he fits so perfect there. I talked about it again before the Jays rotation needs strikeouts. And I think again, like a guy like him would fit perfect, even though I don't think he's striking out many this season, but it's obviously there. He throws hard, like he gets swing and misses. Um, but I got the Cubs getting him. They really, really need starters, and I think they're going to land him at a good price. He might be a free agent at the end of the season, or maybe has a year left, but regardless, they're going to probably bring him back or extend him. I think he's a perfect fit there. Great ballpark for him with the wind sometimes blowing in. I think he'd be electric in the playoffs in Wrigley Field under the lights. So
Whew.
I'm kind of in love with that one.
Goosebumps right there.
Absolutely. We got to be there.
Edward Cabrera, he's a J. Uh,
Okay.
hey, unbiased, I think he's a J. I think the Jays have to shoot on Edward Cabrera. Like you said, he's a big strikeout guy, but he doesn't. I don't know. You said I don't think he has the strikeouts this year. And when you have a pitching coach like Pete Walker,
Yes.
hey, very underrated. I know he doesn't get
Pistol Pete.
talked about a lot. Um, I think he could fix whatever because he has the tools. He just doesn't have the mechanics. He doesn't have the,
Mhm.
and I think P Walker could fix that. I would love to see him on the Jays. Uh, I predict the Jays go after him, but I think what does happen is they package Alcantara and Edward Cabrera to
Oh,
get a bigger haul. Just because I think they know that they won't get a big haul on Alcantara, so you package them together just to get a bigger thing. You know.
okay. Yeah, that's not a bad
So
take.
I don't know how that would fit. Um, so maybe the Cubs. I think if it's the Cubs, and if it's both, then it's the Cubs. If it's one or the other, uh, I think it's the Jays for Cabrera.
Okay, listen, love the shout out for Pistol Pete, by the way. Like, I think everyone likes their pitching coach, but dude, I mean, reminds you of Robbie Ray, reminds you of when they got Jordan Hicks. Like, he can fix anybody who can't throw strikes. He really is a perfect fit here. But I think when it comes to the Surge, you can just throw up names in a hat and one team's gonna get one, and you
Yeah,
know what I mean? It can go whichever way.
for
Depends
sure.
on who they like, depends on who they scout, depends on who they think they need. So we have three more players here in the guys that we believe will be traded. Um, so the first one, Cedric Mullins. Baltimore loves him. Obviously, I think he's great in the clubhouse, especially after losing a guy like Santander, who's known for how great he is in the clubhouse. Mullins kind of stepped up, been like the captain of that team, playing center field. Was one of the guys in the dark days of the rebuild who was playing well. It's gonna be a shame to let him go free agent at the end of the year anyway. But still, Phillies, Padres, and Royals need an outfielder. And the reason why I throw the Royals in here are that's a big ballpark in Kauffman Stadium, and Cedric Mullins can catch it out there. He can go get it. So that is a fit that I think is interesting. But ultimately, San Diego really needs an outfielder. I think it's in Merrill's best interest to move to the left, kind of get him off his feet a little bit more. Maybe figure out the bat. He can go back to center, but for right now, the bat's a little bit more important than the defense. I think Mullins is a perfect fit in San Diego. They kind of have a shorter porch in right field for that lefty swing, guy who steals bases. Um, we're going to talk about this a little bit later, but they've shown tons of interest in Jaron Duran, who's kind of has the same archetype, except is obviously way better. Um, so I think Mullins is a downgrade from that, but still a great piece for them to finish the season with and maybe bring back if they like what they see. Um, but again, one of those guys that will be traded.
That I couldn't agree more. Um, Padres need someone, and I think Cedric Mullins is a guy. He's not having the best year, uh,
No,
but it's a position they need, and it's not a position that is so what's the word? Candid right now. Um, I don't know if that's the right word. Correct me in the comments below.
could be.
But it's not the highest priority during the deadline right now at this deadline that center field is, you know. But yes, Padres, I couldn't agree more. Cedric Mullins
Okay.
needs to be a Padre. Let's move
Perfect.
on. Uh, go take it away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, my next guy, I put him in here because there's been some talks. I think he's kind of the backup plan for every team that doesn't land Eugenio Suarez. Um, it's Ryan McMahon, and I think that's a guy that a lot of people think of as a possible candidate to be traded for years now. Um, I think this is the year we kind of see him go. He has kind of a bigger ticket that the Colorado gave him for whatever reason. Um, he's terrible this year, like just awful. And playing in Colorado, like if you're not good there, then how do you put him in any other ballpark and say he will succeed? Um, I think if the Yankees don't get Suarez,
I was gonna say
to go
that.
to New York, I think they've already kind of said that that's plan B for,
Yeah,
for them, and it's going to happen.
it will happen.
Um,
They're no, they're
Great
gonna somehow
defender.
get both, and
And they'll both stink. Great defender though in McMahon, by the way, which is something the Yankees desperately need. If you've seen them in this Jays series and usually in really like in the last like 5 years in general, um, they stink defensively and offensively aside from Judge. Um, so I do like I said because I said the Yankees are going to get Suarez. I'll have to put him on a different team, and I think he'll go to Milwaukee. I think why not? I mean, right now the third baseman is Caleb Durbin. So
great
you tell me
name,
if it's a fit.
great
Uh,
name.
it is a name. It is a name. Um, so again, like perfect fit there. Get another power bat with great defense, and they have like great pitching there. Like I think it's actually kind of a better fit than the Yankees potentially. But anyway, that's where I have him going, just because I have the Yankees getting Suarez. I don't know if you think maybe the opposite.
Yes. I do think that if I was gonna say this, but if the Yankees don't get Suarez, they get Ryan McMahon. How do you say Mc,
Ryan McMahon,
McMahon? Uh,
McMahon, yeah,
I think the Yankees do acquire him. Um, I don't know. I feel like it's a classic Yankees. Uh, get a guy at the deadline who isn't having a good year, and you
yeah,
hope that he turns it around with the short porch in right. Um, just reboost his offense.
for
Um,
sure.
so I'm not sure what I said previously about Eugenio Suarez. But yeah, McMahon is
Okay. Yeah, if McMahon struggles, just don't send him death threats, guys. It's really not that hard. Um, so the last player that is most likely to get moved, he's a center fielder. He's on the worst team in baseball history, maybe. Well, last year they definitely were. Um, Luis Robert Jr., a guy who should have been traded long, long, long ago, is somehow the last bright spot in Chicago, even though he's really not a bright spot. He's terrible this year. But again,
Absolutely
I think we can all
horrendous.
agree, like, it's just the environment. Like, this guy's all the tools in the world. He's shown it already. Um, I think he's already said, like, the reason why he
Yeah,
doesn't really play well is because he's playing there and he's playing for ass. Um, but anyway, again, same three teams for the most part: Reds, Padres, and Mets. Um, I like the Reds to get him. They talked about it in the offseason to get him, and I think the Reds need to make a splash finally for the first time as a team. Uh, so I got them getting him. Great ballpark for him, by the way, and a great team for him.
very nice field. Beautiful field, by the way.
Hmm.
Yeah. Luis Roberts is either a Red or Padre. Um, you know what? I like the. You know what? The Mets. I think the Mets go after him.
Yeah.
Um, Screw the Reds. Screw the Padres. Respectfully, he is a Met. I don't know. I feel like it's a good fit for him. A winning culture. Um, it's. I don't think he's gonna want to go to the Reds. Um, I don't think he has a no trade clause, but um, I I I don't see him playing in Cincinnati. I would love to see it, don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I think the Mets are going to make a splash just on name value itself. So I think Luis Roberts Jr. is a New York Met.
Yeah, well, right now the Mets are playing Jeff McNeil in center because Tyrone Taylor and Starling Marte are that bad. And I like his name under the bright lights there in New York. I feel like you need him in a big market, big guy in a big market with a big name. So why not? Why not put him in New York? But again, I need Cincinnati to get somebody, man. That team's been bad for too long, and this is finally an opportunity to put a guy with Ellie, um, make that team special. So that's the last guy for that list. I have some names listed off of guys that could potentially be traded, have been talked about, um, but aren't very likely. We don't have too much longer, so I'll just kind of rip the names off, and we'll kind of have an idea of what we think. So the first one, obviously, Joe Ryan, lots of control, having an insanely good year. I just don't think the Twins are in a position to sell. But again, Jays, Red Sox, two teams that are very interested in a guy like that. Um, why not make it happen?
Sell the
Uh,
farm, Jays. Sell it.
fuck it. Um, Also on that team in the bullpen, Duran and Griffin Jacks. I mean, two elite, elite, elite arms in the bullpen, uh, who teams could use both of. So, again, like guys who probably won't be traded, but if they do, like a team's going to be a lot better after that. Um, I talked about it briefly. Jaron Duran. I think the Padres. I mean, this is all obviously reported, but they had a package with him kind of sent over. Uh, but I don't think the Red Sox really want to trade him right now.
They're in a playoff
So
spot, so I wouldn't if I
what's interesting is that they already said like they want an outfield of Roman Anthony in left, Rafaela in center, and Willie Abreu in right. So it's like, where does Durant fit in that long term? That's the only thing
yeah.
that's pretty strange to me.
So maybe they
Um,
trade him in the offseason. I
yeah, I guess I don't know. It's a weird situation. Even like Christian Campbell really doesn't have a position right now as well. Same with Marcelo Meyer as well. So I don't know. Weird situation for the Red Sox. What are they gonna do? Um, How about Dylan Cease getting moved from San Diego? They don't like paying guys because they don't really have a lot of money, but he's a guy they tried to trade in the offseason, kind of talked about with a few teams. Let's rekindle it. Get him moved to kind of like a contender. He's having a bad season, by the way. Um,
Yankee, by the way.
yeah, that's gonna go really well. Um, the Guardians back of the bullpen, Class and Kate Smith, two dogs. If any team gets these two guys, like book them to the World Series because as soon as you get to the 7, 8, 9, you're gold. So
Hey, don't
again,
forget
Jays.
Class A. Don't forget Class A in last year's playoffs, by the way.
No, I know, but I mean, listen, there's a lot of miles on his arm, by the way, a lot of miles, and he's shown the fatigue this year. But still, you get him for the name value. Who cares? Jays get it done. Starting pitcher Seth Lugo, free
Great.
agent at the end of the season.
Love that name.
Um, throws 12 pitches and knows how to get outs. I think all 29 teams should want this guy. Okay, 28, maybe not the White Sox, but um, again, stud, veteran, playoff experience. Bring him over to Toronto. Um, Marcelo Zuna. Listen, the Braves have no business, by the way, buying anybody. Like they stink, and they're even like we kind of saw this last year and whatever. Ozuna's a free agent. Just the DH, which is kind of tough. Uh, I think it came out a couple nights ago. The Padres were like heavily interested, like it was going to be finalized soon, and then it came out that the trade talks never happened. So pretty strange there. Not an insider, by the way. Um,
I think if Ozuna gets traded, a team that we haven't said anything about are
okay,
the Houston Astros. Um,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where he'd fit in, but I think a team like Houston is going to buy. Um, I'm not sure. Is Altuve still playing in the outfield?
Well, they only put him in the outfield because they didn't want Jordan to play left. But Jordan hasn't been playing. So, I mean, listen, in general, Marcelo Zuna hitting into the Crawford box is like, just don't buy tickets there because you're gonna die. Like missiles, him, Paredes, and Walker hitting missiles into there, just like heads up. By the way, bring your glove. Um, so good shout though. So anyway, last two I got here, and these are two at like bottom of the list because they've already said that they've talked about it with teams and they just said no. Um,
Asking price is so high.
SP, Mackenzie Gore, crazy strikeouts. Um, Obviously still showing the kind of the lack of consistency. Um, but like a lefty arm like that, you don't find every once in a while. Um, but yeah, they're asking for a ton as they should be. That was the big piece of the bigger piece, one of the bigger pieces in the Juan Soto trade. Um, I don't think he's getting moved, period. Um, Last one, this is talked about almost on a daily, but O'Neal Cruz from Pittsburgh. I need O'Neal Cruz out of Pittsburgh so badly, and I need him in Cincinnati hitting absolute moonshots with Ellie in that ballpark. But unfortunately, a guy like that, unlikely to get traded. He sells tickets in Pittsburgh. You kind of need him there.
Always,
But he's
I
playing
want him
great
as a J.
defense. I
I love.
know. I want everyone as a J. But he's playing great defense in center, has an elite arm. Um,
Per
but
sources, right, live per sources, Eugenio Suarez uh have has interest from the Houston Astros. So
yeah,
I don't know where the fit where that would be, but just thought I'd say that.
well,
Um
yeah, it's because Paredes just got hurt, so they're kind of looking for a stopgap there. But I don't think you pay for Suarez, and then when he comes back, you don't have a position for anybody. I don't know. He's a
uh
Yankee.
but but we ran out of time here. I just want to thank everyone for listening. I want to thank Sergio for coming on
Yeah,
yet again, certified ball knower.
you
Uh,
know.
and I'm just here to tag along. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Uh, Turn on the post notification. You know a little bit. But make sure to check out our social media as well. And don't forget to check out the website. We have articles coming soon. We'll recap the deadline and we will talk about hockey as well. Free agency is just still happening, so we don't know what's happening there. But at the end of it, we will recap that. So yeah, make sure to check out everything. And yeah, we'll see you guys later.